you got a few little dollars, you know, sign that contract. I'm like, man, whatever, man. I ain't received nothing from my contract. I'm good. I'm still an Xbox dude. You don't know when I received everything. You know what I'm saying? Because Show gonna bust his gun.
Hey, bro, they love to claim collusion, and you ain't. They said I changed once I start hanging with Porter Rock. Then Alex, you know what I mean? They love to claim that shit. Yeah,
man, boy, they went in like, cause I wasn't defending Crackdown. Crackdown is trash. Point blank. Period. You can't sit here. You can't sit here and defend garbage. I would not do it for Sony. I will not do it for Microsoft. It's just plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this thing, what he said, sold 4,000 copies.
Yeah.
There's 4,000 L's out there. No way I'm doing that trash, bro. No way. I can't go out here and body that, bro. I can't take that L like that. That's a heavy blow.
That's the front line. You ain't trying to
you know what I'm saying? Listen. This the gun line, boss. You ain't crossing the gun line. You know what I'm saying? Gun line go around here. You don't cross that. I'm sorry. I can't go that far. Yeah. I can't do it, man. That game is trash.
Yeah, shit, like you said, shit is kind of spooky. Like I said, as you guys come in, I see you guys have been hit the tweet the shared out button for me. We're gonna have a little fun in here today. Well, as you were already talking, show what's going on with you, good brother. I haven't physically spoken to you in a minute. What's going on? Think you were swinging by. You know, it's like an honor.
Oh man.
So, you know,
man. Yeah, I just been chilling, man. Like I said, I've been home repairs and doing some other little stuff, man. So I ain't really had time for much of anything. You know, so I get on Twitter and troll from here and there. But if y'all know, I've been MIA, even in the chats.
Oh yeah, you've been MIA, man.
I've been MIA big time.
Yeah, you've been MIA. You've been MIA. But like I said, you know, well, like I said, I guess I asked you to play Anthem. You said you haven't been playing nothing. You've been working.
Nah, I've been working
around the house. All right. Like I said, we're gonna have an entertaining show today, man. Listen, we'll wait for my boy Tim so he don't woke about this diabetic coma. He should be texting me back, man. I'm on his hill. I need him at the front of the congregation. Where you at?
No, he ain't coming in here.
And he said, I need him at the front of the conversation. Yeah, make sure he out of that stupid, out of that diabetic coma. I need to holler at my brother Tim. But Moss, what's going on with your good brother Moss? Mighty Moss.
Hey, what's going on, man? First time on BGST. Thanks for having me.
Oh, for sure.
What? First time?
I know, man.
I think you
can finally let me out the cellar, man.
Hey, what they say, you not a virgin no more.
Yeah.
Harry Pop, we gonna go all the way on Crackdown. No, I'm not gonna. Hey, my Xbox brother, man, we gonna go down the middle on Crackdown. There's some things we gotta realize about the game, but at the same time, we gonna spread the truth. So it's gonna be an entertaining show nonetheless.
All right. My good brother, man, the freakiest gamer I know, Chris Steele. What's going on with you, good brother?
Oh, you know, just hanging out, busy talking to these porn chicks that everybody assumes that I'm a porn star because I do a show called Double Penetration Podcast. Well, what's up, Z?
Oh,
hey,
no.
Everything's smooth with you, good brother.
What?
Pardon me?
Whoa, wait a minute. We don't went left.
But
show them went left.
Yeah, show them went left already. Well, what's going on with you, Chris? What you been gaming? Like I said, I haven't physically spoken to you. In a minute, we talk, on Twitter.
I'm having a blast right now, slowly ticking away at my 10 hours on Anthem. I think I made. I'm just about to level 12. I love this game so much. Now I played a little bit of CRACKDOWN3. We'll wait till we get in the whole.
Okay.
Hey yo, I ain't lying, man. I because I got a review copy of Anthem. But even the long story short, and you have the 10-hour what's on what do you call it on
EA Access.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So anyway, make a long story short, tried to bait a little bit, didn't really into it. But listen, that thing is addicting. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like I streamed that game for 5 hours straight, literally. You know, I mean, you gotta do the first 20-minute prologue. Somebody's ringing in my ear. 20-minute prologue to get into the suit. Once you get in the suit, and you start to co-op, and you can bet your friends on the missions. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's like Mass Effect with Destiny type feel element, but way better. Like I ain't gonna lie, the combat and all that stuff over the top, and you get your missile strikes and all that stuff. Man, shout out to my man Morwins for the $100. Not $100. I'm sorry, the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Everybody said what's going on for niggas. Appreciate it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. The Ruhan was good brother. Shout out to everybody. Rave, Fees, and shout out to everybody. But yeah, like I said, man, what's going on, man? One White King Kong. It's very addictive to me. You know what I mean? I see that some of the reviews are out there or about the game. I don't get it, but everything ain't for everybody. I know EA. Sometimes people have this love-hate relationship with EA. But I thoroughly enjoy the game. I'm not even putting on, like, you know what I mean? Like, I really like the Battlefield. And I know Battlefield got ran through the ringer for whatever reasons, you know what I mean? A lady in front of the corner, in front of the cover, or EA's pushing the left alter, the whole, we heard the stories, you know what I mean? But again, I'm really enjoying that game. Between that and Division 2, man.
I want y'all to record this shit because he promised us last game that he was going to roll with us on Division 1.
Hey, bro, listen. Let me tell you what happened. All right, now listen. Back in when Division 1 came out, 2016, 2015?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Your boy was deep off in them streaks, right? I had one foot in, one foot out. I had went to jail over the weekend. Ain't telling him I came over from mental prison, right? I got handcuffed with a hooker, right? I got, and I was on, and that was the height of my addiction. I came home, everybody shot past me. They played that game all week, so everybody, so I can't get nobody to go back and play the missions with me. I was like, man, I ain't doing this. But I liked what I played though, and just everybody, shot past me.
Yeah.
That's what that was. But listen, Division 2, I'm gonna be there day and date though, streaming all day. We're gonna have some fun with it, man. Yeah, but I'm loving, like I said, shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm loving the game thus far. Who else we got? Let me see, Tim. Who else we got here?
Yeah, I had took a hiatus from shooters, but I'm getting back into them. That and fighters. So yeah.
I won't even just say Anthem's a shooter, more or less. It ain't a shooter show.
No, I'm talking about with
Division.
Division, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? Division plays like
it's like the Division.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, Ghost Recon a little bit, but a little RPG element.
Like a more tactical Ghost Recon.
You know what I mean? Yeah, level up and all that stuff, loot, get your weapons, and level your character up. Like I said, it was one thing, like I said, what I was hearing about, a lot of people like to complain about in the Division 2, about the bullet sponging, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or whatever the case may be. But a lot of issues that people had with the Division, they ironed out, especially with that patch 1.9. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't go back to it. And also, too, a lot of people ran through the game extremely quick when it first came out. I mean, that was one of the gripes and the complaints about it. And I guess they felt like the grinding wasn't rewarding, whatever the case may be. Like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, whatever Bungie did with the first, what they did with the first Destiny, they had jokers on that thing like crack, you know what I mean? They couldn't pull it off again with Destiny 2, and the player base kind of fell off. But I think that's another thing, but Ubisoft does has a great way at supporting their games, like Rainbow Six with content.
Absolutely.
Even with Ghost Recon, you know what I mean? They added the
good games.
They added the Predator and added Splinter Cell to it, you know what I mean? Hold on one second. Hey, Chanel, turn it down, please. Right. So, you know what I mean? So I don't have a problem with that as far as that. But Anthem, if EA or BioWare or whoever can pull that off and keep, because I think it's only 3 missions, if I'm not mistaken, 3 main missions when it's launching. If they can pull that off, and I guess maybe not nickel and dime jokers to death, they got a hit on their hands. I like it a lot. Like, you know what I mean? I'm ready to stake this.
I know. I don't think they're doing paid DLC. They don't want to separate the player base. That's why they're not even doing loot crates either. They're doing paid cosmetic shit, so you know what you're buying. So I think that's how they're gonna keep Anthem looking fresh.
Okay, well listen, when you're talking, we can talk about Anthem first while the room full stuff. We get to the juicy stuff. What are your thoughts about the game? I know we talked about the beta. We talked about it then. Do you feel like they tweaked anything between the beta and you actually playing it on EA Access?
I think so. The thing that I like, the thing that I noticed right away is they got rid of the music in Fort Tarsus, the same Mediterranean music, the same 4 notes over and over again. So I'm really happy that's gone. Frame rate is a little bit tweaked. I feel like it's a little bit better. I'm getting into the rooms faster. I'm getting into the action. I don't feel like I'm being kicked out and having to restart the game all over. That didn't happen one time. I know we were talking about Division, but
No. I'm talking about Anthem.
Yeah, no. Anthem is great. I don't think that my main complaint really with Anthem is some of the dialogue moves a little slow.
Okay, talking about when you go back to what do you call it? The Forge.
And I think maybe the reason why I'm skipping it a lot faster is because I only got 10 hours until next Friday, so I'm really trying to maximize my. Because I kind of feel like Fort Tarsus is a little bit boring. I know it's how you progress the story. Some of the story is pretty cool, but then a little bit of the side mission stuff that I've done is a little bit meh. It's kind of fetch questy, but I guess that's kind of what this game is.
Well, here's the thing. What I've been doing, I didn't even realize I was playing. Shout out to Noah, rocking out with Noah. I was playing it on hard. We played it on hard because I don't play my games on hard. I play games that have fun and I won't be frustrated. But playing it on hard, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I'm just gonna play it on hard. Even the side little questionable thing, everything just felt. Actually, I don't know, rewarding. If that makes any sense, you know what I mean? You know,
you win in that game. When you win in that game, the sense of accomplishment is like it's unparalleled at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
If you take down a Titan all by yourself, because sometimes like the higher up Titans that I battled. Man, I can't do no damage by myself, but I took 1 down by myself, and I felt pretty good about it.
You talking about the jokers that be shooting fire at you? That's their name. I don't even know the enemies' names. One of the ones that be shooting, the big ones that shoot the fire at you.
Yeah, they're called Titans.
Yeah, the huge monsters. Yeah. I think the one at the beginning of it, not to spoil it. The Titans are the ones at the beginning of the game, right when you're doing the prologue.
Yeah, the ones that shoot fire.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Well, shout out to my man Alvin. He said, Z, some major YouTubers on Twitter are saying that Anthem looks kind of spooky. I'm liking it. You know what I mean? A lot of major YouTubers said Battlefield 5 was kind of spooky. And I like that. You know what I mean? Listen, trust me. I'm not out here just capping for them and just, you know what I mean? And, you know, bro, you know, I'm funky fresh out of damage control. I done sold too much of that DX12 in the cloud. You don't get the whole truth. Nothing but the truth, so help me Kratos. You know what I mean? You know, my opinion is my opinion. But again, hey, Noah, you can hop on if you want, no? I'm enjoying the game. We on Discord, you know what I mean? I'm enjoying the game thoroughly. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really, really having fun with it. Like I said, you know, especially right now. Look what we got. We got Anthem. You got Jump Force, Crackdown 3, Metro Exodus, Far Cry. We don't normally get this type of influx of games, or you know, but until like how you say the holiday season. You get the holiday rush, right? Like you know what I mean. And you get all those gems right there. And probably my favorite game that I'm playing is Anthem. Like you know what I mean. If that's if you got EA Access, you can try it right now. You know, and check it out. I'm enjoying
flying
it.
Sick, man. It's so good. It's fun.
Yeah, and you know what is even they nailed it. Just getting to that suit, flying around. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? I don't know. So you haven't tried it yet, but once you figure out how to fly around in that suit and you know, and balance between overheating.
Right now.
Yeah, balance between overheating and flying underwater and going. They got underwater like shit hot. They got that off. You know, what I mean? I don't know how long they were making this game. But if you like, to me, here's my opinion. It kind of plays a lot like, to me, as far as the combat, but better, like Mass Effect 3, maybe some of the combat, but better. More fluid. It's more fluid, especially with the melees. Some of the melees are beautiful. You get the throw do your special, doom. It's a lot going on. You know what I mean? But the game, to me, like I said, it feels very polished. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. What the hell do I know? Like I said, I'm thoroughly enjoying the game. You know what I mean? Like I said, you can, if you have EA Access, they give you the 10. Now, but here's the thing: what I don't understand. Maybe you can chime on this. We'll switch topics. Most then you have what's it called? What's EA Access called on PC? Origins.
It's Origins Premiere. So with Origins Premiere, and it's very evident that Origins or EA is trying to heavily favor its PC or cater to them, because with Origins Premiere, full access to the game. You don't get X amount of hours. You get full access to the game 10 days early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think
so. Unlike Chris,
bootlegging it. Yeah,
it's a good. I mean, it's a decent deal. It's dependent upon what you play. If you play 2 or more EA access games a year on PC, it's worth it.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, the call. I'm sorry. It's for $15 a month, and you get to have the access to the whole game. Not a trial. Yeah. You get access to the whole game. I wish they would bring that to consoles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they should. They should. And there probably was talks with Microsoft, and it probably fell through, or EA just probably didn't consider it lucrative. Who knows? But it's a very good deal. It would be very successful on consoles, though. I know that.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Now that's a direct competitor to Game Pass by far.
Exactly. That's probably why. They probably
won't allow that up there. $15 a month, and you ain't no trial. You get access to the game. I would much rather have that.
Yep.
I would much rather have that. Have access to the whole game for $15 a month. You know what I mean?
Game Pass.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's something to think about. I didn't think about it like that until we just mentioned it right now. Okay, so what else we got? Okay, have any of you guys tried Metro Exodus? Hearing great things about that. I never really been a fan.
I want you so bad. I got it for Xbox. I got it. It's sitting here, and I know this is an Xbox show. I'm sorry, guys. Frames. I refuse to play it until I get it on PC first. But I'm out of cash. So if y'all want to give something to MM, no, let me stop. I'm gonna break down and play it eventually on Xbox.
Yeah. But I don't know. It was saying that the Xbox version was supposed to be outperforming some PC version or something. Is that true? Or,
wow. Oh, okay.
I don't know how true that is. You know what I mean? I'm a console dude. But I'm hearing the game is a graphical showpiece on consoles. You know what I mean? On the Xbox, rather. Mm-hmm. They said it's one of those games that they really did a great job with. Like I said again, I've never really been a fan of the series. Not really my thing. And it's sad to say that we have so much out right now. But I don't really. You got Far Cry. I'm hearing great things about that. Like I said, I do got Jump Force and Anthem. Like I ain't got no extra time, nor do I have any extra money, and I ain't getting slit no codes for those games there. You know what I mean? So it's just this whole block. And the next one, like I said, you got Division 2 and whatever else comes up alongside of that. And right after that, you got Mortal Kombat. Next month, you got Division and Dead or Alive. I'm a huge fan of Dead or Alive. That's I like them fighting games. Hey, you trying to get back in the fight?
Heck yeah, I'm getting Dead or Alive too.
Yeah, make sure you get that Dead or Alive.
I like the counters. I like the counters on Dead or Alive. So we good.
We gonna see what you working with, big fella.
Oh yeah, we good.
You know what I mean? You ain't worry about no stick. I ain't got no stick.
Oh man,
model, man to man with these hands.
It's with the hands. You about to get balls put on.
Fight him, son. You know what I mean? So, but you said you got Metro, you got it for PC. You like it? Your game of what have we had since the holidays? What was big over the holidays? That's because everybody's still screaming about Apex Legends. But like as far as the holidays, as far as AAA games, multiplats, besides Duty, maybe Battlefield.
Oh, this past one?
Yeah, it kind of feel like these games that we're getting now. Would have been better suited to come out during the holiday season like this. Oh, yeah. I don't listen. It's a recent memory. I don't remember ever getting a rush of games like this in the month of February. Like normally when it's kind of slow.
Everybody went into exile after Red Dead Redemption 2 announced.
I think so. There we go. I forgot about Red Dead came over the holidays. Or when did Red Dead come out? Over the holidays, right?
Yeah. Like
October. Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why, you know what I mean? I feel like these games should have came out around Christmas time. You know, like it's the big multi. I don't, like I said, since been gaming really that I recall paying attention to. I don't remember getting so many games in like this big games in the month of February. Like
I think they wised up and not put like some of these games out to compete with Call of Duty and some of the other ones that came out around that time.
Yeah, well, no,
because they normally dominate Christmas, man. They dominate Christmas big time. Call of Duty and typically dominate Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Call of Duty.
You going to get Call of Duty, but now
all your
Dead's coming out
shooters,
too?
man.
Yeah. Call of Duty.
Red Dead dominated too. But you know,
Duty.
then whatever Sony had came out kind of dominated, like Spider-Man and all that little stuff.
Oh, those bundles. But you know, but right now also too, if you don't know if the sale's still going on, maybe the last day or Monday, maybe the last day, you have the sale on what do you call it? You have the sale on Target, buy 2 get 1 free. You know what I mean? For those that I'm all digital now, more or less. You know what I mean? But you know that was my thing. Target do that sale around October. They're doing it again now. Buy 2 get 1 free right now. So you get your Metro, your X Metro, Far Cry, and even Anthem. You know, or go back and exchange one. You know what I mean? Right now, Crackdown. Don't get quiet on me now. Now listen, here's another. I'm gonna shut the hell up. They did about 9 videos in a row about Crackdown. It's not that I'm milking it. Hear me out. It's not that I'm trying to milk it or that I am milking it. Right? Trust me. You know I know my integrity is always in question. But if I'm not mistaken, right as I said they had a half a boogeyman in the water, the Kraken was lagging. I did the Crackdown video. This really got my black ass thrown out of the Xbox community, literally. You know what I mean? You know, that's what I began. They came with this whole name for me, and I ain't even that black. Toxic, Jesus, you know, toxic. I'm no good for the game. They went this with last week went on a whole mute R. Kelly thing with me. Like I was R. Kelly, yo, mute next gen. If you're following next gen, like this shit is crazy. I'll be sit back and I'll be bugging the fuck out, right? But again, like, and now listen, let's show. You can attest to this, right? This, you know, because they always question my integrity, but I don't be lying. You know Jez Corden is, right?
Jez,
Windows Central, from Windows Central, right? He used to be from Xbox Mad. Remember, that's the guy, right? Xbox Mad, same guy. Yeah. Like when I did the video, somebody tried to say that I'm lying. Like he really used to give us articles, especially me, to do videos about it, pro Xbox videos. Like I never had a problem with the guy, literally. You know what I mean? And I still got a problem. It is what it is.
Jess was cool, dude.
Yeah, but shit, he went off the ranch a little bit. He went off the ranch. So here's the show. My man went off the ranch. Fuck who that Anthem rapper sit back up out the beginning. He went off the ranch, right?
He went left on you, my God.
Yeah, like what Crap said, yeah, it's pretty bad. He went left on me.
It's bad, man. It's bad.
Now listen. Hey, Shaw always say this. Like since I've been doing this thing here, I've met a few cats right within the industry, met a few developers, blasey. You know the whole spew, right? And two guys, I'm gonna speed through this story here. Guys, basically, I can confirm that they were developers working on the game. Bullets gave me the whole spew. The things that people were complaining about Crackdown now, I got the spew over a year ago, right? Basically, you know what I mean? And that's why I also said this when they come out, you know, Microsoft is not dictating what these studios making. These guys told me personally that they had ideas to make the game better, not only visually, like give it a whole next generation Crackdown experience, and Microsoft kept shooting them down everywhere they went, right? Okay. So now I didn't do a video about it then. I held it to a slow news wait because again, I'm not a big Crackdown fan. Shit get kind of slow, so in the title said Crackdown may be canceled. It's in development purgatory hell. This before the before the delay was even announced, right? I did the video about that, right? So then I see the Xbox. What is he talking about? There you go with that pony stuff again, right? And they asked Windows Central. Yeah, what is shit? That guy is a dumbass. Don't talk to him. He don't know what to talk about. I just recently had. So he wrote this article up on Windows Central, how the cloud destruction and all this shit, and I don't know what, you know, basically he called me all day. He didn't attack me in the article, but on Twitter, called me a liar, toxic. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Then he did the article, how cloud destruction and taking game into this whole spew, right? Now, you know, like I said, my integrity is always the question. Basically, goddamn lied for him to turn around and get the game a goddamn 60. Now, who the hell am I? So I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, this shit to me is just crazy as hell. Even so, again, and some of the damage control. Like, what do you think about this whole crazy? Mind you, again, this game has been in development for over 5 years.
5 years. I'm gonna tell you, this game is not what they sat here and said it was. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of us trying to, damage control it, but you can't damage control bad development. You understand? You can't damage control a bad game. You just can't do it. I won't go out here and do it. I won't do it for Sony. I'm not gonna do it for Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is not. I mean, granted, you might find some things that you like about the game. It might be fun. You might like the whatever, but it feels like an extension of Recoil.
Let me say this.
That's what it feels like there. That's what it feels like to me. Hold on. Let me bust my gun. It feels like a low budget extension to Recoil. You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the same. You jumping, all that little stuff. It's a little bit more over the top, but it's not something that's to me that I'm enjoying. You know what I'm saying? It's not what I thought it was going to be. So to me, this game is not what they said it was going to be, and I would not pay $60 for this game. Thank God for Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, this is not what they said it was going to be. And you cannot damage control that.
I'm here, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me say this without damage controlling this. Or maybe a little bit long ago, I don't know what the exact time frame is, but Phil Spencer is being interviewed, and they asked how Crackdown 3 was going. What's Crackdown 3 like? Phil Spencer said Crackdown 3 is very much like Crackdown. Now, Crackdown, the original game, is an Xbox 360 game, very last gen with the mechanics and the lock-on targeting. I hate the lock-on targeting. All right?
Yeah.
If they made I'm not even going to talk about the multiplayer right now because that's just a whole nother mess. The main game is very much, so much like Crackdown 1 in the sense and the feel, the boosting, the jumping. I really like that aspect of it. The feel like the city isn't very alive. It seems very dull and dead. It looks great if you like the bright colors and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
If you need a break from something like Metro or Anthem, and you need a little bit of just, I guess the best way for this game is to kind of be like it. You don't have to think. You just do dumb shit, and then you turn it off after maybe an hour, depending on how much time you really want to invest into it. Every time I've played it for about an hour. I don't even know if I've played it for 2 or 3 hours. It's all right. I like it on Game Pass. I would have never spent $60 on this game, and anybody that bought this game for $60 and has any negative thing to say, they have carte blanche to say every negative thing they want. You can have an opinion about a game. It doesn't matter. I just feel like this game, Microsoft should have saved face and said, you know what, we're going to release this at $39.99 and not $60.
Hold on, pay the bills right quick. Hold on.
More like $25. I wouldn't have not. It still ain't worth $40.
Hold on. Let me pay the bills right quick. Stuart Stokes said, "You see that shit Smooth pulled on Twitter about Crackdown 3?" Yeah. Those shall remain nameless. Yeah, some much semen and some other. Yeah. Rest y'all, like I said, that's some real live weapon wheel shit there. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But I'm sorry, Meg, what's going on, good brother? I haven't spoken to you physically in about a week or two. How you feeling? How you feeling, my man?
Oh man, feeling good. Just came back from a family function.
Okay, all right, man.
Feeling good.
Johnson vacation. Let's talk about it. Hashtag saving the lock, man.
Yeah, no doubt. You know that.
Hey, listen, I'm asking for permission to tweet him as a hostile witness. Listen, hold on 1 second. AP the shooter. Put the settings. Go to settings and put it on auto. You know what I mean? Or you can drop. If it gives you an option to drop the resolution, you should have a problem. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You still having problems, man? You had problems last stream.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on for him. You know what I mean? Shut up. What's up, Miss Techno Fancy? Shut up. Thank you for coming over to this platform here. Bucket, I'm gonna shut the hell up. Talk to me, good brother.
I mean, what y'all guys are talking about Crackdown, right?
Oh yeah, let down 3. Hashtag let down 3. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. Look, I paid for the game. I bought it $60.
Woo!
You part of the 4,000?
I'm part of whoever and whatever has got it, and I enjoy the hell out of it. I mean, I think it's fun. As for me, it's like one of those things where it's for people who like those type of games. Like if you liked Crackdown 1, if you thought Crackdown 2 was okay, or if you liked Crackdown 2, you look at it from a standpoint: is this game better than its predecessor? And it is in every way better than its predecessors. Now,
oh my bad. Oh shoot!
You gotta turn that down.
Yeah.
That'll mess up your flow, man. You was doing good. Go ahead, keep going.
No, I was just saying. I mean, look. I mean, no, it's just one thing for me is this: like, if people that's out there calling it bad and saying it's this and that, I mean, they're entitled to their opinion. I don't see where people get upset because other people say that they are enjoying the game. I'm enjoying it. Unlike Chris and whoever else, I've been playing the game for about 11 hours, and I've just been having a blast. But for me,
I'm sorry.
Can I give my thoughts on it real quick?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I've had an evolution about the game. As many people, the previous crackdowns, and when I saw that the scores were 60, I'm like, damn, Microsoft did it again. But then I played the game, and I don't think that the 60s reflect the actual quality of the game. There's a lot of disappointment with the final result. With Chris and Kmega, that there's fun to be had in the game. I don't agree that it's better than the predecessor in every way, only because I will say the graphics are superb, or the visuals are superb, but you have basically the same Crackdown formula, the same game since 2007. Yeah. It hasn't gone through like a real metamorphosis at all. And I think, and the reason why I think the game got 60s, even though I think the single player is more around 70, maybe a little bit above, is because I'm saying that this is right, but I think a lot of people were disappointed, not only because of the things that Phil said, we're going to put this on the same echelon as Halo, Gears, or Forza. Continuous, oh, this is looking great. My agent is feeling more powered. This is basically Crackdown 1. And less in a dollar, and I hate to say it, a dollar environment. Like Chris said, the city looks a little bit more dead. It could be because of the storyline. I don't want to spoil nothing because the way the story's supposed to be set, but it gives a little bit more dollar atmosphere. And so I think that's the dynamic we're at right now. We have a game that's the single player is not a 60, 70, and it's just a 70, I think.
Yeah, my issue with the game is not what they promised. You know what I'm saying? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
It's not what they promised. You know, with everything, how they said the game was going to look. You know what I'm saying? Now they could have came out, and once I seen it go on Game Pass, I knew this game wasn't going to be what they said it was. It's just like they just really did some ports, and like you said, it looked like the old Crackdowns. So to me, it just wasn't what they promised us. The hype that they promised us around the games, they really under-delivered on this game to me. You know what I'm saying? So
a Crackdown 3 or Crackdown remaster, it probably would have scored better.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pay the bills right quick. Hold on, my man Z. Shout out to my brother Stuart Stokes. He says, Z, I think you have to manually add resolution because sometimes there's a resolution option. Sometimes it's only 1080p 60. That's not that comes from Twitch, bro. It's not me. It has to add it. Well, like I said, for those having a problem with the video, put it on auto. You know what I mean? Sometimes it gives me the option, but sometimes there's not. Shout out Mr. Miss Fee for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. Hold up, we got here. Who else we got here? Somebody else dropped something. Stuart Stokes. So what's up, L? Mega, you refuse to buy God of War and Spider-Man at launch for little nitpicks and have someone else buy them for you, but you have no problem buying Crackdown 3 for 60. You're looking spooky, my friend. You're looking very, very spooky.
Well, I mean, look. The thing of it is that look, I don't check anybody's pockets. I don't see why anybody would check mine. And for that person's information, I did buy Spider-Man. Bought the deluxe edition, December. So I don't see what the problem.
Okay, well, how about this? Oh, not even this, right? I don't. Hey, no, Crackdown. Here's Kmega. Have you played the other Crackdowns, or this was the first one you played?
No, I played the other Crackdowns.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if you played the others.
Didn't play 2 that much because I didn't like it, and 1 I had a lot of fun with. Didn't beat it, but I did have a lot of fun with it. But it just was, for me. It's with Crackdown 3. It's just better than the other 2. For me, I didn't really care about Crackdown 2 once I played it, and it just didn't feel like Crackdown 1. And then when I played one, of course, that was because of the demo that you had with Halo.
Yeah.
And so which brought it together. So I mean, look, like I said, I'm not mad at anybody who thinks the game is gross or is trash or something like that. But what I have the problem with is people getting upset at other gamers that's saying they're having a good damn time with the game. Now, look, for everybody that's saying that they're disappointed in this, they're disappointed in that, that is all relative. And the fact that the game does have a black eye, it's been had a black eye ever since it got delayed, and maybe even before that. But the thing of it is like, look, is it a game that is broken? Is it a game that is it well structured? Is it this and that? This game is for people who like these type of games. It's like some people say, well, it doesn't have a strong story. Well, I could just take it back to when people don't want, like you'd say, Fast and the Furious. Like every bit of entertainment has something that is just mindless fun. Maybe people like the first 3 Fast and the Furious and hate the last 4 or whatever that they can't stand.
King in that series.
Well, but I'm just saying, the thing of it is that like I don't think when people go see Fast and the Furious that they're thinking that it's going to have a strong narrative like chocolate. You see what I'm saying? I think it's people just going for mindless fun. This is what this game is. It's just mindless fun. You go in, and I'm just having a blast playing it. I enjoy the multiplayer. If people don't, they just don't. I'm not mad at anybody who doesn't get it, who don't want it, who said thank God for Game Pass. But let people that enjoy the game, let them enjoy it.
Hey, all right, hold on. First, let me shout out, pay the bills. Hold up. Shout out to None of Your Business. Shout out you. And Chris, my man Chris, another flat earther. What you do is, like I said, put it on auto and see if that works for you. You know what I mean? But as long as I ain't got nothing playing in the background, I don't know why that happens, but sometimes it does give us an option. Sometimes it doesn't. I think it's the more amount of people. Something about Twitch allocates bandwidth to who's on air. Like, the shit kind of wild, man. But this channel should be partnered by tomorrow, so I have priority over that for you guys supporting me here. Hold on. So, again, shout out to Simply. I'm sorry, None of Your Business. Shout out to see you there. Appreciate you coming over. So, anyway, here's the thing. I don't think, not think. How about this, Kmega? Maybe you understand, right? It's not so much about people haggling people for they like it. And people like what they like. Like, I like Battlefield 5. You know, they hate that game got. But maybe look at it from this people, right? For people that don't like the game, right? Or whatever the case may be. That feel look, again, I think that Xbox guys, whatever, getting this thing with the whole biased media. And I'll maybe take part to blame in that shit. Because I started that whole shit, the biased media and this, that, and the other, right? I'm admitting where I'm wrong, right? Because would you call Windows Central biased media? He gave it to the 60. And again, check it out. This game has been in development, Mega, for 5 years.
Okay, but hold on. Let me stop you there. Let me stop you right there, right? Okay, so for instance, like Rand did Jez and Rand, they did reviews. I didn't pay attention to what Rand said. I think Rand's a cool guy. I'm not trying to be messy or nothing, but I can't listen to a review from people who don't like those type of games, because that's like the first thing that they say. It's not my cup of tea. So why make a review about it? Now, if it's your job, then I understand it. But if you don't like those type of games, if you beat Barbie and then enjoy that and then say that you don't like Crackdown, well, that's your prerogative. That's fine. But I can't listen to somebody that says, and it goes back to the media as well, to when we go back to when, like, sports games, for instance. Okay, I think pretty much everybody on the panel likes sports. So you'll see that they always say something about, well, it's just a rehash skin and it's just this and that. But when at one time, let's just say IGN, they had a black dude that was on there that was doing just sports only, and he would talk about every little bit of the good and the bad and things like that. He would just be objective about that particular sports game. Okay. And so now it's just seemed like with me, it's more of, you have to have this story driven. There's just we all play all different types of genres of games, and not everybody's going to like. So that's the thing.
I got to respond to that.
Wait, hold, before you respond, let me pay the bills. Hey, my man Stowe, thank you for the 5 cents. You funny cat. You dropped the nickel in the chat. Appreciate it. He said, I love how all these Xbox say that thank God for Game Pass. This is what we were worried about. Game Pass being used as an excuse for mediocre to trash games. Look at him try to get.
Okay. So Megan say you like what you like, but in defense of Rand, and Rand, I'm not on Rand's payroll, but that's not atypically his type of game. Well, let's take it to the flip side of that, Mega. God of War atypically is not my type of game, but when I played this God of War reboot, I was like, holy shit, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think just because it's typically not your type of game, you shouldn't try to review it, because if it wins you over, it has more impact. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The new God of War is a lot different to the old God of Wars.
Right.
Still Crackdown.
Crackdown is still Crackdown. Yeah. Right. That's the thing.
And that is true. That is true. But then again, we heard from he reviewed it because we heard that, hey, Crackdown was going to be on the echelon of Halos and Gears, and those are games that he likes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't subscribe to. I don't think
Rand likes multiplayer games. He likes indies and story games. That's what he said. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not here to be messy about Rand. I have a lot of love for Rand. For the tough times that we spoke and things like that, he's a good guy. I'm just saying that I can't listen to somebody who doesn't really like those games, and they're already coming in it with being objective. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Let me make this point real quick. Just because somebody is objective of a game, they don't like it, that don't mean their opinion is not valid. You know what I'm saying? They can sit here. And
I never said that it's. I never said Show that his opinion wasn't valid.
Let me finish, because you said you don't listen. I mean, that's your. Everybody have their choice.
Right.
Like I said, we listened to your review. You like the game, and no, I'm not mad because you like the game. I like I said, I don't care what anybody like. It's people that likes the little button smashing games where you dancing or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't play that trash. You know what I'm saying? But I watch people play them and they get fun out of them. It's a lot of girl gamers that plays a lot of those type of games. You know what I'm saying? But it's what you like. As long as you like what you like, that's fine. But you can't get mad at somebody that don't like it. You know what I'm saying? If you,
I'm not mad at anybody who don't like the game. So if somebody is trying to say, well, Kmega's mad because people are trashing the game. I'm not. I post what I post on Twitter or wherever, and I talk about, hey, this game is dope. I love this game. This game is fun. To me, I've said that a million times. Like, for whatever else out there, if you don't like the game, that's your decision. That's right. I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's for me. That's not my problem, and it's not their problem if I love the game and they don't.
Okay, how about I got a question?
That's what I'm saying. I just like the over trashing of it, bashing about what people liking and saying Xbox fans they like mediocrity and things like that. I'm just kind of like, damn. I mean, a game is a game. And people.
I'm gonna tell you something. You know me to be a troll. I'm gonna get on whoever.
Right.
When Dream Daddy came out. I was the front pack, leading the pack. You hear me? I was leading the pack at bashing them for liking that game. If those that liked it, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm trolling. Don't get me wrong. It is what it is. But when that game was announced, Show was in the front runner of that. I cannot get mad if I'm participating in that part aspect of this gaming community. I cannot get mad when they have something back on me. I have to take it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I can't get mad about that. Period. So when they come back and say, Show, this is trash. Show, we got you. I'm happy for them. You know what I'm saying? Because I know when my time comes, I'm going to bust my gun. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes full circle every time. Every time it's just a circle. One time Sony's up, next time Sony's on the bottom, Microsoft is on top. And we're going to constantly have these same arguments about different types of games and different little things that they put out, because they don't always put out heat. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to come back around again. We cannot sit here and get mad or cry or get upset because they got something to really come down on us and tease us about. I can't get mad at those comments at all. I appreciate them. I say, you know what? It is what it is. Y'all right. You know what I'm saying? I won't even engage. I'll just sit there and look at it and laugh. I'm screenshotting. I'm getting receipts. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes back around, it's showtime. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring all that trash back up. And this is fun, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't get into it like that.
Let me ask you a question, Kmega. Maybe you can say it this way, right? Okay. So, I go back to the last 3 years, right? You know what I mean? Because you also like Sea of Thieves and, game of the generation, stuff like that. And so we all have.
I never said it was the game of the generation.
Well, I'm just being facetious here. I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah, you're trying to be messy. Calm it down.
No, I ain't being messy. I'm just saying.
Go ahead, bro.
Sea of Thieves. And I didn't like Sea of Thieves either. You know what I mean? And
y'all gave me hell about it. But it is
what it is, right? At least I'm being consistent with it. My brother Kmega, yeah. So what I'm saying is this, right? For the last 3 years, right, and then. Because we all talk shit in the community. Whether this is the crazy part. We gotta be honest. We gotta own up and fess up to our shit. I know I ain't the most honest man sometimes. A lot of my subscribers, a lot of my wife, I borrow money, don't pay it back. That's me, right? I'm telling you what my flaws is as a man, right? But again, even such as myself, I gave Sony hell to start the generation. Sony Pony, Knack, Octodad, Godzilla, Tropico 5 out there killing them. And outside of it's crazy, right? Outside of Gears, Forza, and Halo. The last 3 years, all we had was Voodoo Vince, Phantom Dust, Sea of Thieves, Lucky Tales, Zoo Tycoon, State of Decay 2, and now Crackdown 3. And comparing that to the competition, it's not even a competition. So, again, for a game, and I don't know if you did join the show late, and when I said I spoke to two of the developers that I can confirm that were developers. One guy was a tester, was doing something internally with the servers, but I couldn't confirm he did. But these two guys I can confirm that they were working on the game. And Phil didn't give them. I'm not gonna say Phil. Not gonna say that. But anyway, they wanted to make Crackdown 3 a true next generation game because Crackdown didn't evolve from. Like, here, I'll give you an example. God of War evolved, escalated. Forza Horizon series evolved, escalated. Crackdown didn't evolve and escalate, right? They wanted to make a true next generation experience and they shot them down, right? They didn't want to spend more money on the game, whatever the case may be. So, in the last 3 years, for people that may, such as myself, because I can be objective and, whatever the case, I'm not a Halo guy, but you don't ever see me out here bashing Halo, saying Halo sucks. I understand it's huge, it's done well, it's put together well, productions, X, Y, and Z, you know what I mean? I can enjoy the difference. It's not just, mindless people hating on the game, or even address the rant situation. Saying someone's not that's not their type of game. When have you ever heard me talk about Battlefield? You never hear me talk about Battlefield. You never hear me talk about Duty, right? Trade the game and it won me over. I love it. I love Battlefield to death. We played it for hours together. So I think if a game was good, whether it's that's typically your type of game, even Detroit Become Human. I'm not into Telltale Games, or are you never talking about?
I love Detroit. I love Detroit. I was before even PlayStation fans talking about Detroit. I was on that.
I remember. Yeah. So the people that may have a disconnect or receiving a low score, I don't think it's just a hate mob or the game was just very, and I'm not knocking those that like it.
But see, the game is not a 60. My problem is not with the people, because like I said, people are going to like and dislike all types of games. There's people out there, believe it or not, that don't like God of War. There's people out there that, of course, don't like Halo or Gears or whatever. That's just the nature of the beast. Mm-hmm. But the thing to me is this is where I have a problem with the Metacritic, and why so many people try to use it as ammo, is the fact that there are people out there that are agenda based. Like there's people that you would give Crackdown a 0. Like that game is not a 0. I mean that game, you know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. And then there was a person that was named Dark Station that gave the game a 60 and didn't really give any type of deep detail of why he gave it a 60. Like my thing is with Metacritic, and this is for every game. This is not for just Xbox. This is you know what I'm saying? You need to start holding people accountable and let them be exposed. If they feel strongly about their opinion, then there need to be some kind of thing to rebuttal. Where people rebuttal or come back and where people can actually
challenge their opinion, ask them why. I got what you're saying.
Right.
But the thing is, it's like I look at it. I see what you're saying. You sitting here saying those that like that game should review that game.
Right, because if you look, because that's why I don't give a fuck about the scores or reviews or any of that, because I just go by my own feel of what I like and what I don't. Right. So
and listen, Kmega, that's the whole reason why I play the game. I don't never go off of what a person tell me about the game.
Exactly.
I go off of if I'm telling you I don't like it, best believe I played the game. You understand what I'm saying?
No, and that's the point that I'm trying to make. It's like, okay, like today, I did, Xbot had his show on today because he couldn't do it Saturday. And so Knox, he couldn't stand it. Optimus, he couldn't stand Crackdown. They both said that game was trash. I didn't interrupt. I didn't try to rebut. You are entitled to say whatever you want to about Crackdown. That is on you.
So are you saying that because I'm trying to get where you're going here. You getting your Alex Jones on right now, bro.
No,
are you saying that
bro, come on now.
No, I'm saying, are you saying that the how about this, Megan? All right, I see you looking through this as the glass being half empty, right? You know what I mean? This motherfucking half full. This motherfucking dry.
No, half full, man. I'm an optimistic person, man.
Okay, listen. You can see where the disconnect that may come, because we're not really talking about Sony guys. We're talking about Xbox guys.
I have said this. I said, look, this game had a black eye for it, and look, Xbox cannot afford another cancellation. Scalebound was the all end all of that. If they did that, then the roof would fall. Then the cards would collapse. They had to bring it. They had to bring it.
That's why they put it in Game Pass.
Hey, listen,
well, I mean, before 4 is in Game Pass too, though, show, and then Halo and Gears 5 is going to be
out already. It's already been out.
They all go. They show you've been away for a while. They're
all going to go on Game Pass.
They all go.
Ori and the Blind Forest is definitely going to be a 90, between an 85 and a 90.
They all go day and date in Game Pass.
And that's going to be there as well. So it's not just like these smaller titles. Xbox is going to put the bigs and the small titles there. So, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. So what I'm saying is that because it's not just so much you say, the Sony guys are hating on because you're gonna get hate from both sides. So Xbox guys complained about puddles. I mean, and on Spider-Man.
I never was one of them.
I never said that.
I thought that was a stupid argument.
I'm not gonna put that. I'm not gonna put that on you. Okay, maybe I see
you can't put that on me. You can try to find.
I'm not gonna do that to you. But I'm just saying, Xbox guys, was complaining about puddle. And, even though man crapping on the best terms, he had several videos talking about claiming downgrades. So, again, when we want to be honest about a downgrade, compare what we got in 2019 to what they showed us in 2017. That's a goddamn downgrade. They said, the wolf, goddammit. A German Shepherd my ass to the 25th power. That's a downgrade. So, again, for us not, and this is what I'm trying to ask you before we switch topics, I do want to talk about the other thing I have here. For when you say Xbox couldn't afford another cancellation, I'm saying to you they couldn't afford another 5960 game. I would rather them, because that's what I asked Phil. Like, what's going on with the quality control? Look what Nintendo did with Namco Bandai. They were making Metroid Prime 4. They didn't like the way the game was looking, right? Totally scrap it, give it to someone else, start new. I would rather them did that and put out, because again, what we got outside of Gears and Forza and Halo.
Okay, Z, let me ask you this question, right? Okay, did you not make a video talking about how Bananas Jump Force looked, right?
Who?
And how Jump Force, right?
I like it, the game, yes. I like it.
Oh, you like it, right? Okay, yes. Have you seen the scores for that?
Yes, it's low.
It's bad. It's bad. The scores is just as
I know the story is
it's bad as Crackdown. No, the scores overall.
No, I'm asking a question. I said they were slamming it because of the story. I said I don't know much about anime. I'm just liking for the fighting. People that were hating, what I'm saying with people that were trashing the game is for the cutscenes and it was dull, and for the actual missions, the story of the game. I don't know.
I'm just making a point though. Mm-hmm. Right, you just came and you was talking about Jump Force. Right now, I've been playing Crackdown. I haven't even started Anthem yet, and that's the game I've been touting the most. Mm-hmm. But Crackdown, I've been playing the shit out of it because I've been entertained by it. Now, okay, and Metro is goddamn beautiful, bro. That game is solid. I
didn't get it yet.
Yeah, Metro is goddamn gorgeous. But it's probably the best looking first person shooter that I've ever seen. But but this is the thing. You like Jump Force. I started playing Jump Force today. I showed a couple of clips on Twitter, and I'm like, this game is not a 62. But look, that's what I'm saying. But for people that says it's a 62 or it's a 64, like, okay. But that's why I just don't listen to that shit, man. It's just
I'll give it like a 70 or a 75. But I you know what I'm saying, I'm not giving it no higher than that though.
Well, but I'm just saying it's not that low. Right. And for people, and so for them, you got people that saying, "Oh, that game is trash." Well, did you play it? Mm-hmm. I don't have to. I've read the comment. I've read the reviews.
Oh, no. And that's the people I don't listen to. Right. I get what you're saying. Right. Yeah, I don't listen to those. Play the game first and then talk to me.
Right. Let me get the bills right quick. Shout out to my man O'Malley J for the $1. I appreciate it.
Hey, Kmega.
Yeah.
Kmega, I'm playing the game right now as we talking.
Yeah, I was playing the game. I'm about to hop back on it right now while we playing too, because that shit is really pretty. Yeah,
I'm playing it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, it's just not my. It feels like Recoil. That's what. Are you
talking about Crackdown?
Yeah, Recoil. I'm sorry. Recoil.
Yeah. Let me pay the bills real quick. Oh, 1 second, Mega. Shout out my man O'Malley J for the $1. He said 4K sold in the UK. That's down 90%. My man's mixtape did better numbers. Damage control is killing the Xbox slow. Kmega saying month after month that we should wait for E3 is part of the damn problem. Shout out to you for the dollar. Listen, I wasn't avoiding your question, good brother. I was waiting for a good time to jump in. Oh, one more. My man Stuart Stokes. Shout out to you for the 50 bits. He said, "Oh God, here we go with the Dark Station made a review. If you look at their review history, they gave Gears Forza all 90s, and you're talking about people slamming it with zeros, but you don't mention the people who gave it 100s."
Oh boy.
I mean, if they did, they did. I don't care about the reviews. I never have. Just like with the Puddlegate shit. I thought that was the stupidest argument ever. I posted something, and you know what? I still had damn fanboys, these fools coming out of the woodwork saying, what's this about? And I'm like, bro, if you are excited about Spider-Man, it doesn't matter if the game is downgraded or not. You should just be excited about Spider-Man. Enjoy the goddamn game. Don't worry about what somebody else says about something that you enjoy. Period.
Say this. Let me
Period.
Let me pay the last bill. Hold on. Shout out to my man, your boy Grip. He said, your boy Grip, I'm sorry, for the 100 bits. He said, "Stop with the crying, talking about Crackdown 3 shouldn't be a 60. The game is trash. Simple. It doesn't even compare to Apex Legends."
That's his opinion.
Said,
and that's not a fact.
Let me finish. It doesn't even compare to Apex Legend, which is free. I do think overall Apex Legend is a better game than Crackdown.
And that's fine. You're entitled to that opinion. But that's all it is an opinion. It's not a fact.
Let me say this. And more about media bias. And look, I will say that I personally believe that there are some strong cases of it.
IGN definitely.
But hold on, even with the IGN thing, I think this is more of a serious mismanagement of Microsoft for the simple fact that first 15 minutes. Now you got to listen to IGN Unlocked, and I don't normally listen to that dog shit show, but I listened to it this time for some reason. First 15 minutes. To Ryan and Dustin Lingerie, the two worst game players on this side of the East Atlantic, right? And when they gave them the first 15 minutes, which honestly, even if you do like the game, you got to admit the first 15 minutes are the worst part of the game.
Yeah,
they gave it to them.
That's a fact.
Dustin Lingerie was like, "Hey, in this game," so they made him an OP character, but there was really no NPCs around or any AI. And he said, "Well, I don't know what to do here." And he turned to the guy and said, "Hey, what am I supposed to do?" And the guy just shrugged his shoulders and said, "I don't know." You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know that IGN has been disrespectful to your products in the past, if you know that IGN are not the best stewards of your games, why would you put the worst part of your game directly in their hands and have them be the first ones to speak about this game?
Got you.
So sometimes we gotta lean off the media bias crutch, and we gotta put a lot of blame where it belongs. And this was severely, as far as the promotion of this, was severely mismanaged by Microsoft.
Oh no, I can agree with that. And just the whole thing about, like, I posted it when they said that, well, the whole about the multiplayer thing and where you can't play with your party members and things like that. I've said that. We're just basically saying, look, that game is going to be dead on arrival, multiplayer wise, if they don't hurry up and get that stuff fixed. So hopefully they get it done. So then they posted a tweet saying, well, they're on it. They said that they tested the servers and just to see if it can meet capacity. I think that was a bunch of bullshit, in my opinion. I think that they just figured it out as quickly as they possibly could, and now it's going to happen. Now, look. Is it going to change people's perspective about Crackdown? I don't think so. No. People are going to like it. People are going to hate it. And like anybody on here and anybody that's listening, if you hate Crackdown, that's fine. I'm not worried about it. But if I don't like a game myself personally, and I say for me, like, okay, I'm not a fan of No Man's Sky, and then I just don't want to play it. It's just something I'm just not interested in. Period. That's it. Anybody that comes and tells me that this is the great game, they did increase, they did enhancements, and did all that, good for you. I hope you enjoy the game. I'm not going to say the game is dog shit. I'm not going to say the game is garbage. I'm just going to say it's just not for me. That's it. I think that's how it's supposed to be. But you know what? People have their own thought process about how they do.
The Bills. I don't know if that came on your phone, Z, or what.
What's that? Read it. I don't see it. You see it?
It said Z. Who they going? Something that I can't remember who it came from. They said Z. Who they going to blame next? Shannon Loftus.
Oh yeah. When I didn't. The only one that's want to see this young boy.
Look, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The game. They're a multi-$100 billion business. Phil has a seat at the table. Phil has had minds over this game. He's admitted to stopping the release of this game because he didn't like elements of it. With that being said, you have the head of the gaming division that is fully engaged in this game. Normally, when the boss wants something done, you get it done right. And like to your point, Mega, where they gave that sorry ass excuse, well, we did it because we were trying to check capacity. This is Xbox Live. When do you release an Xbox Live game without having a friend lobby, without something catastrophic being behind it? It's bullcrap.
Right. No, that was bullcrap. You're right. Yeah, no. And look, that's what I'm saying. They're getting slammed, and I'm not saying that anybody's wrong for slamming them. I'm not saying that Crackdown is this revolutionary game, but I am saying that Crackdown is better than its predecessors. Now that's me. It's still debatable for people that says it's not, but again, like I said, it's the only facts here is that Crackdown is out, and thank God that it's out, and then we can move on. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody can agree with that.
Okay, no problem.
Just move on.
Let me pay the bills right quick. My man O'Malley Jay says Z, they will be blamed Shannon Loftus, Donnie D, Chris Kingwood, and Papa Smurf before they turn to Phil and ask for better. Hey, O'Malley, listen here, man. I might give you a comment to damn blame Papa Smurf, Chris Kringle. Yeah, I know he a hell of a father.
People are elf.
Yeah,
everybody.
Like I said, before we switch comments, topic, I do want to say one thing before we get the hell up out of here. One thing I want to talk about these PS5 and multiplayer games. They released an article. What I'm saying, even with that, maybe you can understand this, and it's scary. And I know that you're a fan of the game. Like, I'll give you an example, and I'm showing that I'm being subjective here. Mega, they gave Rise Son of Rome a 60. I like Rise, but I'm not. I can see what Rise went wrong. It's very repetitive. You know what I mean? Don't let you change your weapons, but I like the story of Rise. I look at a game like Rise. Had they allowed to do another one, to me it shows nothing but potential. You know what I mean? Whereas I look at a game like Crackdown, play the first one, play the second one, third one. The game didn't progress in it. It didn't, in my opinion, didn't move forward. Because even when they proud was this about the cloud, they dialed all that shit back. You know what I mean? And that's what they were hinging or selling it on. Because to be honest, again, Crackdown has never been up there with the Gears, Forzas, and the Halos. Even the reason why the first one sold so well because they had the Halo 3 beta, if you remember, inside the game. That's what that sold that well. You know what I mean? So even like looking at the sales is a true reflect. Only 4,000 copies. So it's a 90% drop from Crackdown 2. So now, will this game, see a Crackdown 4? Probably not. And like I said, as far as quality control, I would rather them, again, I'm going to say this again, have them held this game back or cancel until it was finished. Because, not polished. We're talking about a $1 trillion company. You're known for Xbox Live. You're going to release your own first-party title IP with no game invites, party invites. Like, to me, that's just, how you say, asinine. Like Baron said that, like, I don't know what the hell is. Like, in the Asheville, what the hell's going down here with the quality control? You know what I mean? But if you know what I mean, like what are you guys doing? Like, I feel to me it's like inept at this point. Because then I'm looking, if you look at the background, maybe a little messy, but like I said, outside of Gears of Force and Halo, they haven't had an exclusive rate in the 70s in the last 3 goddamn years. Like Mega Down, we can't keep blaming Metacritic or. Sometimes we gotta sit back and look at the home base. Now, Zoo Tycoon, Disney Rush, Lucky Tales, State of Decay 2, and I heard they supported Sea of Thieves more, added some more content to it, whatever the case may be. But that, I said, hey, make them use your word. That's a you problem. That's a them problem. They're releasing this shit out to the masses. Like, you know what I mean? And again, comparing it to the competition, like our exclusives don't hold up, bro. Like our shit looking kind of janky over here, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day. That shit, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm just not talking about we should demand better. Like, bro, like you, like everyone's people spend $500 goddamn dollars on this console day one, right? And for them not to exclusively, only thing they released alongside of it again was Lucky Charm. Like, just like what? Like, enough is enough and too much is too much. Like, what the fuck is going on down here? Like, I told Phil, this got to be the troll of the year, right? Of the century. Fuck the year. Y'all motherfuckers down here tweaking. You know what I mean? Hold up. Shout out to my man, Crazy War Hero. Said, well, for the 100 bits, you can like something, but see it's not a good product. I like State of Decay too, but can understand the relatively low scores. And that's all I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said before, I like Rise. It's up there, but I thought I would love to have a Rise too. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? That's all that I'm saying, Megan. You know, so put the knife down, Megan. I don't want you to cut nobody on the show. You know what I mean?
I ain't cut nobody. I just let you say your piece and then we move on.
I don't want you to go out there on Twitter and drop that. One man said this is my man for the 5 Heartbeats. It's a lonely day. I'm leaving Bgst. You know what I mean?
I'll be playing Crackdown here later on.
I'm playing it right now. I'm playing it right now.
Okay, well, there's the last thing we talk to get the hell about here. PlayStation 5 boss teases PS5 will have more multiplayer exclusives than the PlayStation 4. And I know one thing that Sony gets with Xbox guys, well, your multiplayer games. Even though, like I said, The Last of Us has a multiplayer, and Uncharted has a multiplayer. Of course, Street Fighter and Forza. It's the only thing that I do know. If I'm missing some, I don't know. You know what I mean? But he's saying that, hey, that they're... you know, for the PlayStation 5, they will have more multiplayer exclusives. How do you feel about that? Or what are your thoughts? Happy? Excited?
Who you asking?
Whoever. You talk, you can take it.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, I think this is what PlayStation needs. It's just like what people say about Xbox and what Xbox really needs to do that they haven't really done this gen is have those strong story-driven type games, and PlayStation needed those. What'd you say, Chris?
I said they have it.
Oh, I thought that. Okay, yeah. I thought you was Chris at first. My bad, show. And so, Xbox is lacking in that department, but PlayStation has been lacking for having multiplayer exclusives. Now they've had the multiplayer for The Last of Us and for Uncharted 4, but they didn't. What's called it got a lot of acclaim, The Last of Us, but what's called didn't really do anything. Now it's one of those things where I think PlayStation, which I found it was a big mistake for them not to include DLC on all of their exclusives. That just baffles me, and that's also in that article where he addressed that they're going to be doing that as well, which is smart because if and I know that people are going to take this and use it for whatever, that's fine, but when you play a one and done game and don't have any type of extra content, then that's what it is. You play it, you're done with it. There's, what I'm saying, if you look at the statistics of people that play these single player games, more people are going to go to the next game than they are just going to keep, just playing that game over and over again. So it's best for them to do what this like Horizon Zero Dawn has some extra content and try to throw some multiplayer. That's why I thought that it would be really smart if Sony had the capital to go after Bungie, because that would have been a home run for them. Because if they could have got Destiny and then maybe another title that they could move over the Killzone franchise over to there, it would have been a win for PlayStation. But again, that didn't happen, and so now PlayStation is going to have to do something else. So look, I mean, right now that they can't seem to do anything wrong to the eyes of a lot of people, and if people have faith in what they're going to do with their online games, then so be it. I mean, that's something that they need to do, and at least they're admitting and addressing.
Let me pay the bills right quick. Crackdown 3, when Phil promised 4K 60, he meant 4,000 copies sold and assisted Metacritic. God damn it. Hold up. Shout out to my man O'Malley on fire here, man. He said, Z, you got to be cautious. They're going to come at you even harder because you're not scared to speak out. You care about games, not about who follows you online. Keep talking the truth, big fella. We're going to support you. I appreciate that, my man. I appreciate that. Hey, yo, hey, Stewart, so you shot out, bro. He wasn't lying. He said 4K 60. I had to use that for a video. He wasn't lying. 4K 60. 60 Metacritic and 4,000 copies sold. Yeah. Chris Webber. What do you feel about Sony saying they're promising more multiplayer exclusives for the PlayStation 5?
And they should. that. I mean, there's people that play multiplayer games on PlayStation. Fortnite's an example because it's huge over there.
Mm-hmm.
They need something big to keep a player base longer for than, one playthrough, two playthroughs. They can't just have single player games and rely on that because they've already stated that they're going to release fewer single player games in a year, and then more than likely they're going to focus on maybe some smaller games as a service type of multiplayer titles. That's what I think.
I will see. Here's the thing, and being I don't. Well, I haven't liked any of Sony multiplayer games. I see they may partner with someone, or maybe do like Microsoft did and buy maybe a third party multiplayer and make it exclusive to that platform. I can see them maybe doing that, or they may just they can hire some talent. But like I said, here's the thing. I'm from the mindset too that every game doesn't need a multiplayer. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it funky with you, like I love God of War, but I didn't even try the multiplayer on the God of War Ascension. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I hope when they say multiplayer, I'm hoping they're done well. Something that's not just tacked on, just for the sake of hell of them saying that they have it. You know what I mean? I don't just want something that's just tacked on. Like remember Tomb Raider, they had the multiplayer aspect to it. Never tried it. Like I mean, Assassin's Creed had it too. You know what I mean? Something I never, tried it. You know what I mean? So it's something again that they're gonna do well and not just tack it on. You know what I mean? In my guesstimation.
The fact of the matter is, whether the ponies like it or not, at Sony, as far as gaming is concerned, had one of its biggest years ever last year.
Yes, sir.
Because of the dynamics of the market,
turn it down, Mike.
They had too big of a year because in 2019, analysts looked at the financial prospects and said, y'all ain't going to be as good as 2018, so we don't advise people investing in y'all this year. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they need that element, which is the multiplayer gaming, that will give that continuous flow of income. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They need that. They need that badly, not for the gamers, but they need it for a marketing standpoint. Like I tell everybody, you got to look at things from a business aspect too. In addition to that, to do it, to your point, Z, I think they need to do it where Microsoft is doing with the initiative. They're picking off talent. Dice, you know what I'm saying? They got to go to these people that are doing it on the multiplayer side. They need to pick that talent and integrate them. And Kador's working on their multiplayer infrastructure and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. If they can do that successfully, then they'll see some revenue on that side. But they have to. You can't going into the next gaming genre. Put out those AAA bangers like Sony has been doing, but you always got to worry about the market where you not only battle against your competitors, but you got to battle yourself too. So because of that aspect, you have to have a continuous revenue stream off of even your older games.
Hold on, let me pay the bills. Wait, so Stokes cutting up today, baby. No, he hell of a father. He said Sony should hire Sumu Digital. I heard they do fire multiplayer.
Hey, yo, that was low. That was lower than the snake's belly.
The Black Rain, what's going on? Should know their gen, and then it's good until their next gen gets some momentum. Yeah, I mean, again, so I'm sorry not to cut you off. Is something else you wanted to add to that, or I didn't mean.
That was it.
Oh, okay.
Stuart shut me up.
Yes, that was funny as hell. Show. So you want to add to that show, or are you good?
Show dropped out.
Oh, show dropped out. Okay. Mega, first of all, again, thank you for coming, Mega. I think he was going to be a brave man, Mega. Mega said, I'm going to go up there and fight for this shit. I'm going to go up there.
Hey, man, I'm going up here. Saying that I like the game is damage control to so be it. But that's, I am. I'm firm about my stance.
I'm just fucking with you, big fella.
You know what I mean? Well, no. I get it. But I mean, I told you I'm on the show and I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I just want, before we go, mm-hmm. But do you maybe see the disconnect in some people, or why people may be voicing their?
No, I know why people are doing it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's the level. To me, what the problem is the level of people is this disconnect of where your opinion is supposed to be a fact to me, and that doesn't fly with me. Like, you can have all the disdain for Microsoft and for what Xbox is doing and all of that. I have no problem with it. Because Xbox do deserve criticism for a lot of missteps that they've had this generation. Mm-hmm. I've said that in a minute. But when it comes to games, and I like a certain game, or if I don't like a certain game, it's not anybody else's place to tell me that I'm wrong for having my own opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not forcing my will on anybody else. I just give my opinions, and that's it. I don't tell anybody how to think because I wouldn't want anybody to do that to me. That's the only problem that I have with what's going on right now.
All right. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my man Mega, yeah, he said it. My man Mega, you gonna double down on this shit? It is what it is.
Facts.
Facts. Like I said, if you guys enjoyed the show, tweet it out. Thank you for coming over here and supporting us over here. You know what I mean? That's new here with the Switch thing. And like I said, thank you for those that rocked out in my makeshift super chat. You guys add some funny shit here today to the show. I seen a few things I want to address here. Miss Fancy, I don't think it's gonna be $1,000 no for the PlayStation 5. $500. Stamp it. $500 for the next Xbox and for the next PlayStation. $500. My man, the Black Ring said, analysts know this gen is ending, so it's a good idea not to invest until the next gen gets some momentum.
No, man, no. I mean, I get what he's saying. No, it's never a good idea to not invest because that hurts Sony. So Sony doesn't want that. That's why Sony's like shut the ship down and said no E3, no this, no that. We reconfiguring things. They're trying to correct that problem ASAP. So no, that's not a good thing. It's not we don't want to make money this year. We don't want people to invest in us this year. They're Fortune 500 companies. That's never a good thing.
Okay, hold up. How about this? Stuart says 500 to 600 with a VR bone. Okay, this is the last question. I just thought that was something I wanted to ask. Mega, do you think it's a good idea, right? Because look, we getting Gears. I know we're getting Gears this year. We're gonna get Ori. I don't know. Getting
Battletoads.
I don't even know what the hell that looks like. You know, they chose.
Well, no, we haven't seen it, but yeah.
Yeah.
We getting Battletoads.
Rumored, and they showed like a little 8-bit thing. So, I want the meat and the potatoes. Now, let me ask you a question. We can 99.999% that the next Xbox and the next PlayStation 5 will be out holiday of 2020, right?
Right.
Do you think it's in good faith for Microsoft, critically acclaimed wise, to end the generation on such a no low? Because look, we're gonna get Gears, and by October, we're gonna get Ori somewhere around there also, maybe before, maybe after, right? And then that's it until the next console. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, because if it's coming next year, like everybody's predicting, then because I'm saying that for a launch title, they'll have whatever that's going to be coming from Ninja Theory. Then they'll also have. I'm saying that Halo Infinite is going to be a launch title, and then you're going to have Forza 8. So I think that's a strong lineup. That's kind of like just setting everything in gear. I think that they're really trying to reinvent themselves of bringing back the old OG Xbox-esque type of vibe of just they're just going to be because they're going to come with it because they know that they have to. Okay. So I'm thinking it's going to be Halo, Forza 8, and whatever that Ninja Theory game is going
to be. Okay. Mouse, in your opinion?
I'm sorry, I was boggling with the chat. Who was
no, I'm sorry. Yeah, the chat cut. No, I was saying that we're gonna get Gears, we're gonna get Ori, definitely most likely this year, right? Gears, say by October 2019, and 99.99% accurate that the next generation is gonna start November, more or less, of 2020 for both Microsoft and Sony. Do you think it's a good idea, on a good faith for Microsoft, to end the generation on such a low note? Because again, we're going to get Gears, that's in 2019, and not have nothing to release as far as AAA quality. No, we're not getting a Forza this year. You know what I mean? Whereas, you know what I mean? Like, how do you feel about that? And then coming out with another $5 console, like, you think that's something they can end the generation on such a low note? Because here's the thing, Mega, they're the ones saying no gamer left behind. So if they do come up with Halo, I can play that on my Xbox One S. This is what, more unless they change the scenario again. You know what I mean?
No, I mean that's fine, but I mean we don't really know what PlayStation is going to do with backwards and forwards capability too, because the rumors is that they're going to do it. So I mean, I think what is
before playing a PS5 when you came on a PS4.
Right? Yeah. No, well, no. You don't think there'll be any force capability?
No, you're not playing. Sony's, here's the thing: they want you to buy their new box. They're not putting a PS5 exclusive on the PS4.
I understand that, but there's going to be people that's going to be just as holding back about a $500 price tag as gamers was for Xbox $500 price tag at the launch. So there's going to be people that's going to still wait until that price drops. So if they don't do backwards compatibility backwards and forwards capability to where when The Last of Us 2 come out, and then when the other game that from Kojima comes out, if it goes straight up there and then they say, hey, it's $500, you know what? It's going to sell, but there's still going to be people holding on to the PlayStation 4.
Oh, that's okay.
I think at the beginning they might, but you got to think about it like this: this Last of Us 2, for one, it's going to get critical acclaim and all that other stuff,
right?
And they're just going to have two versions. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have a PS5 version and a PS4 version, and if you want the glossier, you're going to have to buy the PS5. You know what I'm saying? Sony said that they're still going to be hardcore focused. Even at the beginning of next generation for a little bit until they get their infrastructure, to where they can go neck and neck with Amazon, Microsoft and whoever. But it's a winning formula for them. They're focused on hardware. They're just gonna make you buy the PlayStation 5, and I think they'll be successful with that.
Okay, Chris, you still here? You gonna leave your last comment before you go?
I think I really don't. I don't know what anybody's going to do next generation. I think starting to believe that Microsoft isn't going to do forward compatibility. I don't know. I don't see them doing that. I'm starting to lean towards maybe they're going to fuck us.
I don't see forward from Sony, but backwards definitely. That's
backwards definitely, but yeah. I really don't see me being able to play fucking Halo Infinite if it's a launch title for stupid Anaconda, whatever the goddamn name is. I don't foresee me being able to play that on an Xbox One S. Now, maybe my Xbox One X, maybe, but I don't know, man. Microsoft's been a little too wishy-washy these days, and I'm not saying I'm switching over to Team Blue, but maybe I'm not going to buy in day one with any of these consoles until I know exactly what's going on.
Chris, there's rumors that the Xbox One S will, you can play those games via the streaming service. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to stream.
Yeah.
I don't want to, but I don't know. This generation has just been so. The console war's really been hard. Xbox. We came off the 360, and this generation of Xbox just got their teeth fucking kicked in. I'm a bruised fan.
Yeah, they did.
Hard being an Xbox fan. Crackdown is what it is. It's Crackdown. There's more of it. I don't know. I just want Anthem, and I can't wait for the full release. That's it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said once again, if you guys enjoyed the show today, thank you for swinging out. Actually, if you give me about 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops, I will be back up here streaming Anthem. Me and Noah. I'm really, like I said, enjoying that game.
Shit, I can't join you.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. You be bro. Yeah, you rock out. Midcon the Don too. Thank you for following the channel. What's what? Shout out to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm gonna be streaming that. But yeah, shout out to everybody. Miss Fancy, Black Rain. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to you, good brother. Shout out to Stuart Stokes. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that rocked out, and we catch you guys during the week. Everything we do. Kmega, you back on Fridays with your show?
Yeah, GRG every Friday night.
Okay. Thank you for following. Okay. Thank you for following too. All right. I'm sorry, Moss. Can you give you a shout out? What you got going on? A new platform, new show, or something?
Yeah, new. Well, we got the same show. We're revamping the platform. More to come on that. But you can check us out, Scram Punks, every Wednesday. It's on Dirk Griggity's channel right now. I haven't officially made my return. I'm just rocking out for my bro Z.
All right.
Mid-March, new platform, everything.
All right, man. Miss Tech Fancy, shout out to you. Appreciate the love and support. But anyway, like I said, I'll be right back up here. A little Anthem with the guys, you know what I mean? And It is what it is.
Penetration Podcast.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry. The Penetration Podcast. When is that?
Yeah, they dissing the producer. Damn, man.
Yeah.
Every Saturday, 8 p.m., Double Penetration Podcast on DemonSeedRadioNetwork.com and iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, all that fucking shit.
All right. Anyway, we out of here. How you say love, peace, soul.